For today's presentation on the normal curve in problem solving, tatalakayin natin dito ang kahalagahan ng z-scores and the conversions from row scores. Yan ang ating x-scores to z-scores. And it is shown graphically by our standard normal distributions or the normal curve with its shaded region. Ito yung ating lesson objectives. At the end of this video lesson, you are expected to apply the normal curve in solving word problems and develop habits of reasoning using the normal curve concepts. Meron tayong mga examples illustrating these concepts. So our first example, reading scores. Given the mean or mu is equal to 50 and standard deviation is equal to 4 of a population of reading scores, then find the z value that corresponds to a score x is equal to 58. So kailangan natin yung conversions here from row score, that is x is equal to 58 to z scores or z value. So ito yung given natin, mean is mu is equal to 50 and standard deviations or sigma is equal to 4 and the x value that is equal to 58, and we're looking for the value of z. Using this computing formula, z is equal to x minus mu over sigma. So this z formula is 1-to-1 with the x value. Ibig sabihin ito, for every x value, there's a corresponds a z value. So let us substitute the value of x in this z formula. So x is 58 and mu is 50. Then our standard deviation or sigma is 4. Then get a subtract, divide by 4. That is z is equal to 2, and it is corresponds with x is equal to 58. To show graphically the conversion from x scores to z scores, so kailangan natin yung standard normal curve. For any population, the mean and the standard deviation are fixed, that the mean is equal to 0 and the standard deviation is equal to 1. So we have three scores above the mean, so 0, then 1, 2, 3. So these are the positive z value, and below the mean, so we have negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. So then draw a line through the z values. Yan. And we have the 6 scores at the baseline of the normal curve. So tawag nito is our z scores. And to convert in the x value, sa x value naman tayo, so ang given natin is the mean or mu is equal to 50. Sa gitna din siya ng ating normal curve with the standard deviation is 4. Then just add by 4. Then 50 plus 4 is 54. Then 58. Then 62. So above the mean of our x values. And below the mean of our x values, we are going to subtract by 4. So yan, 46, 42, 38. So these are all the row scores, or also known as the x values. So on 2 and 2 is our z value, corresponds with the x values 58. For example number 2, so it's called in PE, given the mean mu is equal to 45 and standard deviation sigma is equal to 6. So then we are going to locate the x value that corresponds to z is equal to negative 1. So we're looking for the x value here. Then yung given natin, mean mu is equal to 45, standard deviation is 6, and z is equal to negative 1. Then we are looking for the x value. In computing a formula, gamitin natin yung z is equal to x minus mu over sigma. Since we are interested for the x value, magkaroon tayo ng formula transformations here. Multiply natin yung z na sigma, yan is equal to x minus mu. So, rearrange natin ito. Ilagay natin sa kabilang side. So, x minus mu. Ang negative mu transpose natin maging positive. So, this time, ito yung ating formula for the x value. X value formula. So, gamitin natin ito. X minus z, sigma plus mu. Ang z natin is negative 1. Sigma is 6 plus 45. That is our mu. Then, get the product. Negative 1 times 6. Negative 6. Plus 45, x is equal to 39, and this x values corresponds to z is equal to negative 1. So, i-graph natin ito in our standard normal curve. Again, ang sa gitna is our mean. Standard deviation is 1. So, yung z-score natin is positive above the mean, and below the mean is negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. So, ito yung z is equal to negative 1. And for our x value, so our given x value, the mean is 45. Yan, ilagay natin sa gitna with the standard deviation of 6, then add by 6. So 45 plus 6, 51. That is above the mean. And then below the mean, subtract by 6. So 39, 33, 27. So we have the z is negative 1 corresponds with the x value 39. So these are all the row scores, x values. For example, number 3, the weight of 1,000 children, the average 50 kilogram and standard deviation is 5 kilogram. Then, how many children weigh between 40 kilograms and 55 kilogram? So, kailangan natin dito ang conversion ng x value to z scores gamit ng ating standard normal curve. So, again, these are the above the mean and below the mean, or what we call this as z-scores. Then draw a line through the z values. So, kailangan natin yung value ng ating x. We have given here 50 kg, the average, or the other term for the mean. Then the standard deviation is by 5. Then 50 plus 5 is 55. 60, 65, that is above the mean. And below the mean, subtract by 5. So, yan ang ating row scores or the x values. Ang tanong is, how many children weigh between 40 kilograms and 55 kilograms? So our row score, our x value in terms of kilogram between 40 and 55. So 40 corresponds with the negative 2 and 55 corresponds to 1. So ito yung shaded region natin, equivalently the weight between 40 kilograms and 55 kilogram. So then we have to consult the z table to find the area that corresponds to z is equal to negative 2. Yan, from 0 to negative 2. Given our z is negative, so ignore the negative sign, then gamitin na yung positive 2. So first 2 digit natin is our row entry, so 2.0. So consult the z table, then locate 2.0 as a row. Then yung last entry natin, yung last digit is our column entry, 0, 0. So then yan ating column entry. Then get the intersections between the row and the column. Then the z is negative 2 corresponds to 0.4772. Yan ang ating sukat from 0 to negative 2. Okay, for another shade region, the z is 1. So isulat natin into a 3-digit form. So ang first 2 digit, yan ang ating row entry. So that's 1.0. And the column entry, yung last digit natin, 0, 0. Then the intersections. Then our z is equal to 1 corresponds to 0.3413. Yan ang ating sukat from 0 to 1. To find the area of the children in this shaded region, since we have 1,000 children participants, then using the probability notation, 40 less than x less than 55, and this is equivalently to the z negative 2 less than z less than 1. So between negative 2 and 1. So our first shaded region from 0 to negative 2 is 0.4772. Then, i-add lang natin yung sukat from 0 to 1. That is 0.3413. Then, get the sum. Yan, 0.8185. Since meron tayong 1,000 children participants in this standard normal curve. So, multiply natin into 1,000 children. So, 818.5 approximately to 819. Round off lang natin. Yan ang ating shaded region equivalently to 819 children. So there are 819 children who have weight between 40 kilograms and 55 kilograms. Example number 4. So we have the same problem, but we are asking for how many children weigh below 40 kilogram. Again, gamit natin yung standard normal curve. Yan, these are the z-scores. And also we have the x values, 50 with the standard deviations of 5. Okay, yan ang ating x values or the row score. Then draw a line about z-scores and x-scores. Since we are asking for the children weigh below 40 kilograms, so negative 2 corresponds with the 40 kilograms. So ang sukatin natin yung below 40 kilograms or the negative 2. Yan ang ating shaded region. Then to find the area that corresponds to z is equal to negative 2. So, we will measure from negative 2 to 0. Yan ang ating sukat for the unshaded region para makuha natin yung shaded region. So, paano natin kunin? So, we have to consult the z table. So, since to find the area of z, we have a negative. So, ignore natin yan. Then, we have first 2 digit, the row entry is 2.0. Yan ang ating row entry, and we have the column entry which is the last digit. Yan ang ating column entry, 0. Then intersections both row and column. Yan ang ating probability or the z is equal to negative 2 which is corresponds to 0.4772. Yan ating ang sukat for the unshaded region. Since alam natin ang half of the normal curve is 0.5, then the probability notation x less than 40 is equivalently to probability notation z less than to negative 2. So 0.5 yung kalahati ng ating normal curve. Subtract natin yung unshaded region of the area of z. So it's negative 2, so 0.4772, then subtract 0.0228. Then, since we have the 1,000 children participants for this study, so multiply by 1,000, so 22.8 approximately to 29 children. So with this shaded region, we have 29 children weigh below 40 kilogram. So therefore, there are 29 children who have weight below 40 kilogram. For example number 5, so we have the same problem, but we are asking for how many children weigh above 55 kilograms. So, tanong dito is the above 55 kilograms. So, gamit natin yung standard normal curve. Yan ang ating z-scores, and then draw a line for its z-scores. And our x values, the average is 50 and the standard deviation is 5. 50 plus 5 is 55, and below the mean is subtract by 5. Yan ang ating x values or the row score. Since we are asking for above 55 kilograms, so ang 1 natin or z-score corresponds with the 55 kilogram. Yan ang ating shaded region for this normal curve. Yan ang ating sukatin. yung may timbang na above 55 kilogram. Then let's consult this is z value to find the area from 0 to 1. So yan natin kunin from 0 to 1, which is our unshaded region. So we must write the one as in a 3-digit form. So first 2-digit natin, yan ang ating row entry. So that is 1.0. And our last digit could be our column entry. So yan ang 0, 0. Then intersections between row and column. Yan ang ating probability or the area of Z is equal to 1. So ang sukat nito from 0 to 1, which is 0.3413. So we have the probability notation for x values. X is greater than 55 since above ang gamit natin. And in probability notation for z is greater than 1. Yan the word above. So since half of the normal curve is 0.5, then bawasan natin siya sa unshaded region. Yan, bawas sa 0.3413 para makuha natin yung shaded region. So 0.1587, yan ang sukat ng ating shaded region, which is above 55 kilogram. Then multiply by 1,000, so 150.7 approximately to 159 children. So equivalent, this probability is equivalently to 159 children. So therefore there are 159 children who have weighed above 55 kilogram. For example, number 6. So a brisk walk at 4 miles per hour burns an average of 300 calories per hour. If the standard deviation of the distribution is 8 calories, find the probabilities that a person who walks 1 hour at the rate of 4 miles per hour will burn the following calories. Assume the variables to be normally distributed. 1. More than 280 calories. Yan ang ating sasagutin for this problem to find the probability. So gamit natin yung standard normal curve. So these are our z-scores. Then draw a line through the z-scores. Then our x values, so the average or the other term for the mean, yan equivalently for the mean, that is 300, and standard deviation, yung distance natin from the mean is 8, add by 8, that is the above the mean, and below the mean bawasan lang natin ng 8 calories, yon ang ating below the mean. Since we are asking for more than 200 calories, so let's find the probability for this problem. So the word more than, so looking for the x value, so wala tayong 280 calories for this x value. So gamitin natin yung formula for the z-score. So given is 280 calories, the mu or the average is 300, and the standard deviation is 8 calories. So gamit natin yung computing formula for z. Then substitute for the x is 280 minus mu is 300 divided by sigma or the standard deviation, or z is equal to negative 2.5. So ilocate natin yung 2.5 in our z-score dyan between negative 2 and negative 1. So therefore yan ang ating for value of z-score. Since the term we are using is more than 280 calories, so 2.5, our shaded region is above of negative 2.5, and then negative 2.5 is corresponds with the 280 calories. So yan ang kanyang equivalent for the x values, 280, since yan ang given natin, 280. Then we are looking for the probability here. Yan, to find the probability, so let's consult the z table to find the area that corresponds to z is equal to negative 2.5. So, ang given natin is negative. Ignore natin yan. So, gamitin natin yung positive 2.5. Yung first two digit, okay, yan ang first two digit natin is 2.5. That is a row entry. 2.5. Then, the last digit, yan ang ating column entry, 0. Then, intersections between the row and the column, yan ang z is equal to negative 2.5 corresponds to 0.4938. So, may sobra tayong 0 dyan. So, yan ang sukat ng ating from negative 2.5 to 0. Yan, 0.4938. In another shaded region, yung kalahati ng normal curve, alam natin that is 0.5. So, to find all the shaded region, so probability notation natin x is greater than 280 since more than ang gamit natin term is equivalently to probability z is greater than negative 2.5. Yan ang corresponds with the x values. So, the shaded region 0.4938 yung ating negative 2.5 to 0, add with the half of the normal curve that is 0.5, then get the sum. So, the probability is 0.9938. Yan ang probability that a person who walks more than who walks 1 hour at the rate of 4 miles with more than 280 calories. Yan ang probability. For example, number 6, so meron tayong same problem but let's have answer ni number 2, less than 294 calories. So again, so we have this standard normal curve with its z-scores. Then our x values, so yung nasa gitna natin, yung average is 300 for the x values and the standard deviations of 8, yan, may dagdag tayo sa above the mean and below the mean is subtract. Then since less than 294 calories, so let's find the correspondent with this x values. So gamit natin yung z-score, so x minus mu divide by standard deviations, then z is equal to 0, negative 0.75. Then locate these z-scores in our normal curve, yan, between 0 and negative 1. So draw a line through with this negative 0.75. Then our shaded regions is below, or that is less than 0.75, which is corresponds with the x values, which is 294. Yan ang ating shaded region. Then let's have consult the z table to find the area between 0 and negative 0.75, which is our unshaded region. Since negative ang z natin dyan, so gamitin natin yung positive. So 0.7, which is our row entry, yan, 0.7, and the last column is 0.05. Then intersections between the row and column, yan ang ating probability of the area of negative 0.75 corresponds with the 0.2794. Then to find the shaded region, so we have the probability notation x is less than 294 and less than ang term natin ginamit. Then this is equivalent to the z-score. Z is less than negative 0.75. Then since half of the normal curve is 0.5, so bawasan natin ng unshaded region, which is 0.2734. Yan ang sobra natin, which is the shaded region is 0.2266. Yan ang ating probability for this shaded region. So the probability activity that a person who walks 1 hour, it is less than 294 calories. Problem pa rin tayo for example number 6, but let's answer number 3 between 278 and 318 calories. So yan ang ating standard normal chord with its z-scores and its x values. Yung nasa gitna, the average or the mean is 300 and the standard deviation is 8. Okay, these are the values for the row scores or the x values. So since we're asking for between 278 and 318 calories, by looking the x values, so hindi natin ma-determine kung saan yung exact values for these calories. So let's answer with the use of z-scores or z computing values. So given natin for x 278 calories, yan. Then, to find the value for z, negative 2.75, which is corresponds to the 278. So, dyan, makita natin to locate the negative 2.75, that is corresponds with the 278. Yan ang ating shaded region from 0 to negative 2.75. So, to consult the z table para makita natin what is the area for this shaded region. So, 2.7 yung first two digit natin, yung row entry. So, locate natin yun sa z table. Yan, 2.7. Then, the last digit, that could be our column entry, 0.05. Then, intersections. Yan ang ating z is equal to 2.75 corresponds with the 0.4970. So 0.4970, yan ang ating sukat from 0 to negative 2.75. For the x value, it is to 318 calories. So let's determine for the z score. So saan siya banda? Saan natin siya malocate? So with the use of z-scores formula, so substitute natin 318 minus 300, then divide by 8. So the z is 2.25, which is corresponds to 318 calories. So diyan natin makita ang 2.25. So this is corresponds with the x values, which is 318. So, ang shaded natin is, yan, from 0 to 2.25. Since we are asking for between 278 and 318. So, yung, to find the area, so, first two digits, 2.2, that's row entry. Yan, again, the column entry is 0.05, the intersection. Okay, that is our z is equal to 0.25 corresponds to 0.4878. Okay, yan ang sukat from 0 to 2.25. So ang tanong dito yung between 278 and 318 calories. So yan ang ating probability notation. 278 less than x less than 318 is equivalently to z scores negative 2.75 less than z less than 2.25. So ang first shaded natin is 0.4970. Then i-add natin yung another shaded region which is 0.4878. Then get the sum. Then the total sum or the total probability is 0.9848. Yan ang ating probability that a person will walk 1 hour at the rate of 4 miles between 278 and 318 calories. For you to practice kung ano yung natutunan natin from our video lesson. So let's solve this problem. So this learning activity. So we have the A and B. And we have this also the Z table. Okay, so this ends up with my presentation and see you on my next video tutorial at Salamat 2020. Okay, shout out muna kay Mr. Ray Maranget at sa kanyang channel Ribimart TV. sa mga mahilig sa games. So you may now subscribe his channel. Daghan salamat.